You guys don't want all that literature just
It's in
stuff
my
over
head.
here.
Oh.
But we don't know when to stop.
You're up. All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Morning. Happy Friday, all. Hey, I'm just here to take a couple minutes of your time. I know we want to get back to our phones and our customers and all that, but I did want to get in here. Thanks for having me back to talk a little bit about WindsorOne. This will be a briefer version of what I did before, but this is the touch-up, follow-up type thing. So I just wanted to reiterate a couple of points while we talk about WindsorOne, and then you guys can get back to your days and we can get on to the weekend. So anyway, just to recap, WindsorOne is a finger-jointed radiata pine substrate. Radiata pine, again, grows in the southern hemisphere on plantations. Our particular board comes from Chile in South America. So the radiata pine grows, it's got about a 20-year life cycle, grows pretty quickly, also grows very straight and very strong, and it's also a species that absorbs both primer and treatments very, very well. It's got a cell structure that allows itself to really have that penetration. So unlike some other species that are out there that kind of are more of a wall when it comes to adding either paint, primer, or treatment of any sort. So the radiata pine, finger jointed, then it goes to California where it's manufactured into 20-foot or 16-foot or in some cases 17-foot sticks of product. WindsorOne is available both in actually three different ways: moldings, pattern stock, and then trim boards, either interior or exterior trim boards. It is the trim boards and the pattern stock is then coated 3 times with an acrylic latex primer. Acrylic latex primer sticks to the wood a little bit better than some of the alternative kinds of primer out there, so they prime it with the best product that they can. It's primed 3 times for good paint application. The paint's going to dry a little bit more quickly on a latex acrylic primer, and it's not going to have the same tackiness that some other primers can do. So they really took their time and did their research as to what kind of primer to use on their wood. So we start with the finger jointed radiata pine substrate, add 3 coats of latex primer for the board, or 5 coats for the various molding profiles. Then it's bundled up into units, and then Capital Lumber, Cascade Capital, we buy it and then turn around and sell it to the end user. You would want to bring this into your yard because you want a product that is going to, it's for the discerning project person. There are cost-effective ways to not buy WindsorOne. WindsorOne, if price is the ultimate deciding factor in this, WindsorOne may or may not be the first choice for you. But when you want to have a product that is going to perform well and you're not going to have any callbacks or calls or anything like that, this is the way to go, and we've had a lot of success with it. One of the things that Windsor really touts is their dozen eggs policy. The dozen eggs policy is you buy a dozen eggs, you don't have to wonder, hey, will one of these eggs be cracked or is something wrong size-wise? There's uniformity and consistency. There are no callbacks with WindsorOne. You're not going to have a cull pile outside of your yard full of primed whitewood, things that are skipping or look as if they've been primed with a broom, that type of thing. They take a lot of time to build a very, very, very polished product. Craftsmanship pays. That's one of their other things, is craftsmanship is a big part of the Windsor culture, and we bring that into Capital Lumber, and we want to, again, have this get out to the end user, into the lumber yard, and you have a good product to sell. So if someone comes in and says, I want to build trim and I don't want my trim falling off my house in 5 years or 10 years, WindsorOne is the way to go. That's really all I can tell you about it right now. All right, let's get back to work.